to fly at like 15 miles an hour, because the flight lines are so short, it has to kind of stop to take the picture. It's not an ideal setup. We typically fly at 350 feet with longer flight lines, so we don't have to worry about the stopping to take a picture.
And at that height, is it a constant speed when you're taking pictures? It doesn't slow down
Should
or
be.
anything? Okay.
You program your speed, and sometimes it'll get a little fast. You can see it in like mid-flight, and it'll go, you know, and it'll try to get back to that. But when it is typically flying, it tries to stay at that speed.
Gotcha.
Now it will start to slow down when it gets to the turns. So I'm at 93% on my battery still, so we got plenty of life. I'm at 25 photos. It's coming up to a corner, so now it's gonna start sliding south to start its next flight line. And so that gimbal on the bottom, what it's doing, you can see how the drone sways, but if you watch that camera is perfectly still, because those motors on that gimbal are fighting the slide, right? So it's doing whatever it can to keep that camera perfectly still.
So the flight is pre-programmed.
Yes. You can see here, I have green flight lines, and that's what I wanted to fly. And I tell it how high, how fast, how many pictures, my overlap, all of that. So you can, it sounds like a flying lawnmower, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There are drones out there that are using hydrogen now. Who knows what hydrogen is? Exactly. Those drones make no noise except for the props. Military are looking at those, obvious reasons. Drone doesn't make noise, you don't know it's there. This guy, more often than not, your radio or your car or something like that, you're not going to hear this. It's not going to, you're not going to know it's there. But every now and then, when you're walking by, you'll hear it. But those hydrogen drones make no noise. There's actually two cycle engine drones that sound like flying chainsaws.
How's the performance of those hydrogen drones?
They're pretty good.
Okay.
And it's cool because you get a removable tank, and you can buy a system to refill that tank, and you just fly whenever you just fill a tank up as you go. Everybody look up, say cheese! Well, that's the old picture, so it's not updated so much. Sometimes the system, depending on how the signal is, sometimes it updates as it's taking its pictures, sometimes it won't. It's just, there's a lot of variables involved with signal like that. So once it gets down to the end here, I'm gonna do what's called the return to home. I'm gonna make it come back and land.
You got it programmed and running off the DJI remotes?
Yep.
That's sick.
But
But it's not a DJI, is it?
yeah,
It's just-
the
it is?
camera's not, but the drone
Oh,
is.
the drone is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of the, okay, I don't know the.
So if you
the
take a
bigger
look,
ones.
So I pre-planned the mission.
Right.
And the blue box is my limits.
And it's flying
the
the
flight
route.
lines, and it'll fly those lines. So it just hit the corner. So now it's starting to slide south.
Look at that. That's so cool.
We typically don't fly at 100 feet. So this, there's a lot of settings that
You usually fly higher?
we fly at about 350 feet.
Okay.